guys, we got another video on the F350 here. We're going to put a cold air intake on it. So I've already removed the battery here, and I think all we got to do is remove this air box right here as far as getting stuff out of the way, and then the duct work will come off down there, and we have to swap this over to the new pipe. So stay tuned. I'll try to get the best shot I can of this, but and for those of you who don't know, this is a 2000 F350 Super Duty with the 7.3 power stroke in it. So anyway, let's get to it. So we're going to start by just taking the air box, and that's why I'm fixing this to a cold air intake, is because this old air box is pretty mangled, and this is not worth it. So should be pretty simple. Just remove this air box here. This is a separate piece. It will come off from this. So we still have our battery box, but not the air box. Those 4 bolts removed, you should be able to take this out of here in one piece if you're lucky. I may not have so many screws all the way out. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it might come out in one piece, and with some luck you'll be able to get it out. And there's that one wire down there that's holding it. Push it in, pull out. There's where it's connected, and this is done. All right, for this clamp back here, where it separates, and then there's one of your vacuum lines that goes to your turbo wastegate. So this is a 5/16 nut driver. You'll just loosen it off, and it should just slide out of here just like that. All right, so you take the plastic piece out first, and then the rubber grommet that was on the outside of that plastic piece will just pop out afterwards. So this should, if it's the right cold air intake, pop into a hole in the new pipe, and then put your indicator through the grommet again. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and show you what we've got to put on the truck. Now, we'll put a link to this in the description. I'll look for not the cheapest, but not the most expensive either. This isn't K&N like I wish it was, but we got our filter, one of the pipes, rubber boot, grommet, and then there's a new air box. Like I said, I will put a link to this in the description, but for now, you're just gonna have to watch me put it on. Okay, it's not the tightest, but we'll see if that'll work for now. I will note that I'm not being promoted by this company, and so I'm going to nitpick the crap out of this. It does have some dents around the edges here, which I'm not worried about as long as it seals. There's a little dent right there. And of course, this hole is not the right size. I may end up putting there's even some grinder marks on the inside of the pipe there. But that's all right. I may end up having to put some 3M glue around that to make sure it seals. We'll see. Okay, so by the looks of it, this, I don't know if you call it stretchy or whatever. Anyway, this rubber boot will go straight onto the engine side, and then there's a 45 in the box. Let me just grab it. 45-degree boot. It should go over that pipe there. Like that. From there, it'll go straight into the air box. By the way, if you look on Amazon, this looks like plastic, which is is actually, it's pretty thin, but it is metal. And this looks like it's actually set up to run in the factory air box, but I'm not putting that back on. So this will just set down in the hood. Let me actually grab the factory air box to see if it'll fit right there. Okay, this is broken, so I can't use it anyway, but if you do, hopefully you're not following this step by step, because I may have just messed it up on it. Alright, so if it was to fit in the factory air box. Alright, with this air box back in properly, I'm going to go ahead and put all this on with the clamps and everything. I'll let you know the sizes of the clamps. Actually, I'll do that right now. Figure it's the same size. Yeah, 5/16. Chrome, bent. Not too bad. Anyway, so these will just go on all the rubber boots. I have to loosen them off, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and skip putting all this on camera, and I will show you when it's finished, or close to finished. I went ahead and finished it up, and instead of gluing this, I wrapped a couple strands of electrical tape around the grommet and put it back in, and it's tight now. I do like it overall. I didn't have to really customize anything but that grommet. All in all, I think it's a great idea if you need to replace your factory air box. We'll see how well the filter holds up, and I might do a follow-up video to see how this actually works out. But it's like 50 bucks. I don't think you can beat the price. It seals around the hood like you would want it to, all that. So thanks for watching.